What do you guys think men want in women?
Totally depends on the guy.
Generally speaking.
Loyalty.
Okay,
Loyalty.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a good one.
Very good
But
trait.
it goes both ways.
Of course.
What do you think? What do you think over here? What do you think?
I feel like most men now just want sex.
I mean,
So, in the context of a relationship, it's obviously more than the sex, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then it's loyalty.
Yeah. And there's other things too, of course. But generally speaking, young dudes, you're saying only want sex? Okay.
okay. What do you think, Chun-Li?
Oh.
I would agree with her. I've actually talked to a couple guys who are in relationships, and like they like have a conversation with them, like what is it that makes them want to continue in the relationship, and they said like the sex is like the glue that keeps them together. Like the sex is the main component that,
The girls said that or the guys?
No, the guy.
Okay.
That they've said.
Yeah,
this
I mean,
is
I
what
think-
keeps us
Hold
happy.
on. Let's just let the girls
Oh,
go
yeah.
around, and
Yeah,
then we
sure.
can come in. Go ahead.
Can you repeat the question one more time? I'm sorry.
Yeah, hold on. I got you. Hold on. Just one sec. Fucking.
So what do you think men want in women?
Oh, right. Well, from tonight, submissiveness, but no, I'm joking. Probably compassion, honesty, attractiveness, like in their form of attractiveness. Go ahead.
Love, charismatic, loyalty.
Charismatic?
Yeah, caring.
Charisma?
Like good personality.
Yeah.
Okay.
This might just be for me, but fun, intellectually and physically.
Okay. Emma Wemo. That is what they
Brian,
think.
what do you want in a woman?
What do I want in a woman?
Yeah.
Obviously,
Obviously,
besides being a 4'11" beef curtain queen.
Yes. Yes.
Well, we got to start with the height thing. I mean, if her height doesn't start with 4, she ain't the one. First off, y'all have height preference. I got a height preference. 5 feet and under. Okay. Large labia. That's important. Okay, but besides the trolling bullshit, peaceful. She brings me peace. I don't want a headache. That's pretty much one of the worst things. Just someone who's really quarrelsome, that's an issue. Someone who's pleasant, that's kind of related to not being a headache though. Sexual fidelity from the jump. Low body count is good. And shit, I feel like I'm forgetting. Something's on the tip of my tongue, but I'm kind of forgetting it. That's kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Michael?
There's probably like a couple other things, but honestly, peace is the big one for me.
Yeah, actually, Mickey Mick in the chat is saying everything that he's saying. I completely agree with, and what you just said. But I think it really comes down to, it's respect. It's respect. We want to feel that you appreciate what we're doing, and that you see that, and you see that we work very hard. A lot of us want to work very hard to make relationship work with you guys, girls, and I think a lot of times that respect isn't there, or they feel this sort of competitive. They feel competitive, like they need to have that job and be doing equal stuff in the household. But going to that, the equal thing in the household becomes a little of an issue, because what happens is, let's say you want your guy to change the kid's diaper and do the dishes and do the laundry and all these things. Well, oftentimes those activities, you start to lose attraction to the man because he's doing these things, and that's not spoken about too much, but that does happen, and that often leads to complications further down, because when you met the guy, he wasn't doing the dishes and doing laundry like for you and the kid and all that stuff. But now that you're together, now he's doing that stuff. Now you're starting to lose attraction to him, and you wonder why the sex isn't as good. You're not as respectful. All these things.
Have you asked them what they want in men, Brian?
I have not yet. Should we?
I think so. Yeah. What do you guys want in men?
Same thing, fun physically and intellectually.
come back to me on that one.
Come on, Kelly. Come on, Kelly.
I'm
Fighter
thinking.
pilot.
It's a deep
Is-
question.
You
It's
You
a
know
deep
what?
question.
I have a theory with Kelly and her situation, sort of, kind of, not really boyfriend thing. If he was flying a fighter jet,
Mhm.
you would be his girlfriend. You would push to be his girlfriend. But because he is an electrician in the Air Force, desk duty, right? I don't know. Anyways,
I agree with that. If he was just an absolute stud with a highly coveted position in the military,
and the fighter jet.
it would increase his attractiveness and desirability, no question.
So that's what's holding you back, that he doesn't fly a fighter jet,
No.
right? I think I've got it figured out.
That
Right,
is
Kelly?
not it.
No?
No.
It's not the fighter jet thing?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
Respect, not because I respect them, but just because we have respect for each other. Intellectuality, I think that's hot. Loyalty, honesty, good communication, compassion, love. Yeah.
Just respect.
I'd say I'd want someone to match my energy.
I would have to say the same thing. Like, they have to be respectful, fun, and smart.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Chase, what do you want in a woman?
There's a lot of things I want in a woman. I want to feel equally yoked to her. Like, I want her to be, in a sense, my equal as a woman. I want her to be a good representative of our family name outside of the house. So, like, one of the criteria I've recently come up with, like, I want my wife to be like first lady material. Like, I want her to be a woman who's like capable of like earning respect from other people outside of the home. Obviously, I want her to be submissive. It's not the kind of thing where like she has to be like a lapdog or like I'm going to command her around like a dog or anything like that. But like, I want to earn her submission, and I want her to be happy following my lead. And there's a lot of women out there who are happy following a solid man's lead. Obviously faithful, loyal, all that kind of stuff. I want her to be a good partner that I can build a life and an empire with. You know, I know you're out here trying to build an empire. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Absolutely, man.
And I want to be able to
Wait, so I just want to ask you one clarifying question on that, Chase. You said you want a woman to build an empire with you?
Yes, I want her to be able to be a partner with me in the process of building an empire.
I want to ask you a question, Chase, and maybe you've heard this saying before, is that don't shoot the messenger here, guys. Women don't build, they move in. So, and another way to say it is, there's another one that goes something like, women aren't going to be with you on the journey, they wait at the finish line and the winners.
Yes.
So do you have any, I'm not saying I necessarily agree with that, but that's a common saying that is sometimes heard. Do you have any thoughts on that, Chase, given what you just said?
Of course, bro. I think it's generally true. I think that women, they like to wait at the finish line and pick the winners. And I think that's why a lot of young dudes struggle to find, a girlfriend, is because they're not a winner yet. I think it can also be said, though, that women are very good at detecting ambition in men. They're very good at detecting confidence. I think women are very good at like identifying a man that they think is going to go places. And oftentimes when that happens, women will be like, okay, I want to ride the rocket ship with you on the way up. So I don't think what you said is like a hard rule.
No, I'm not saying all women.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all women.
Yeah. Does that make sense, though?
Yes.
In response?
Yeah.
And I also I watched a clip of Grant Cardone this one time. He was talking about how much he loved his relationship with his wife. And he gave this example of like, I can't remember how much money it was that he was shooting to make. It might've been like $1 billion. He said that he wanted to make $1 billion with this one venture. And his wife was like, Grant, you're so much more than that. Why don't you shoot for $10 billion or $50 billion, right? Like, that's the kind of woman that you can build an empire with. And when a woman recognizes the greatness in you and reminds you of it, that is such an awesome trait, because it spurs you on. It makes you more confident. but she's also benefiting from it too, because she's pushing you to build more for the family, for your guys' legacy. And she's going to support you in that, ideally. Like, I want a woman who sees the vision and is down to partner and support me in building that,
I absolutely agree with you too. I mean, because we'll fight really hard, and that motivation and that love and having that from a partner is something really special, and it's hard to find. And on what you said too, Brian, it's this idea of women fuck the guys at the finish line. It sort of gets into where value comes from. So like, guys don't have a ton of value just for how they are. They have to earn it, and it takes a long time to earn that value, whereas girls are born with it, and they're always from a young age treated with a lot of the time looked at and taken care of. And when they're in their teens and early 20s, guys would love to simp over you, girls, and take care of you and do whatever. But that gets a lot different the older you get. So you do have to consider that when you're in your early 20s, that now you have a big selection of men, but that does diminish the older you get.